If you want to learn about real estate and you love coffee, stay tuned. Episode 16 of Coffee and Real Estate with our special guest, Sabrina.
Hey, what's up, guys? So we do have a special guest. Sabrina is one of our agents at Whitebeak Realty. She just began over here, so we're going to ask a couple of questions. Sabrina, can you quickly say, what got you into real estate? What brought you into this world of real estate?
Yeah, so basically, I think all of my jobs have always been in sales. And one of my last jobs was in banking. I was a personal banker. So, I helped open things like savings, and I also did loans. I did home equity lines of credit, CDs, all that stuff. So I had talked to a lot of people, some at the lower tax bracket, others in the higher. And I noticed that the ones that were in the higher were always finding new ways to invest their money. Always looking for the best interest rate, which they actually always offer some of the best ones. And, I always have to ask, like, what do you do for a living? It's one of the questions. And I noticed that, like, a lot of people we'd also have to ask where their incomes were coming from. A lot of people were also doing, like, passive income and, like, rentals and stuff like that. So I noticed that a lot of people were investing in real estate. So that's something that I was really interested in. I'm thankful for my job in banking, because I started to get into, like, well, maybe I should do something with my money, And yeah, I had always, like, that's brag, but been good in sales. But the thing is that they usually cap you. So, like, for banking, the most was, like, I think $1,500 a month. Like, I still got paid hourly, but I mean, it's still a cap. And then I remember that my best month ever, I think I brought in like $3 million in a month. And I mean, I got capped at $1,500, which is insane.
Yeah. So it is. I mean, that kind of hurts. I'm like, ouch. Like,
yeah.
That's kind of the beauty of why some people go into themselves and free real estate, because you don't have a cap. You can produce as much as you want to, and you're going to benefit from that. So the attraction was, hey, no cap on it, right?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. And the other part is you talk about real estate investing, right? So you see that the fact is they're invested in real estate, they're making some money. What is it about that real estate investing that attracts you?
Yeah, well, I mean, basically that people are always going to need somewhere to live, or, sell a home, or, that's something that's always going to be needed. So if you're someone who can, I guess, be the person to provide for that, why not? If there's always a need, like, someone needs to fulfill that need, why not be that person?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think we kind of like, the fact is that the market's always moving, right? The market's always moving. Someone's always going to be fine, and also some always sort of downsizing, and that's the reality we're going to be plugged in right there hard, right?
That's why I call it out that we use cap and no cap in this conversation.
But we kind of use it. I did notice that. So I got no cap, and I almost laughed about it. I was like, wait, and it's like, someone out there should say, pretty recently I'm wrong. I know. I actually was like, correcting up. It was actually with no cap on it. No, I used it correctly. Actually, they use it slightly.
So now that you've kind of jumped into real estate, that out of kind of to see what it's like from what you see before to what you see now, like, are you liking it? You see the potential? What are your thoughts now?
Yeah, so I definitely see, like, the potential. It's definitely a lot of work. I feel like I have heard people say that for being on the trade easy is like the easy route. I wish it would be. It's definitely not. I mean, everything has, it's ups and downs, I guess. I mean, I like it. So far, I definitely noticed that I have to be, I guess, very proactive and everything. But I really do like it. I guess it's just a lot of investing time and I guess probably capital, which is something that I guess some people don't know about. Which, I'm very lucky to be backed up by my parents. They helped me out a lot. But yeah, I mean, so far I like where it's going, and I recently got my first sale.
Awesome, we took that.
Thank you. Again, not as easy. There's always something. But we did it, basically, yeah.
Yeah, but I think people forget, like we said, there's no cap on which you rate, but there's also no cap or no plug at the bottom for how much you lose or how much you can not take. So it's all about being aggressive and
Yeah, this
putting the work in.
Yeah.
A lot of times we don't see that work pay off until sometimes months down the road. So that when people say it's easy to be a realtor, like it's easy once you put in the work and you're starting to finally receive for what you put in. They'll see the climb up the mountain to get to that point. So congratulations on that sale. Yeah, I think you're getting yellow. I'll go over.
Yeah, and you said proactive. We do see you here in the office. You're very proactive on what, and a couple of strategies that you're using is one of them is social media. So you tell us a little bit about your social media.
I guess I'm like new here. So like I know it's my age group thing. We're all on the social media, which I am. I'm definitely a doom scroller. But I'm not really a poster. I'm not used to like every time before I started real estate, if I want to like upload a picture, I'd get all nervous, like, oh my gosh, I feel cringe, but but now it's like I gotta put my face out there and I'm doing videos, and the first I think I made like 3-4 videos. I think it was like 3, and I did not post them. I was like, I gotta post 8, and I was like, why am I standing like that? Why do I sound like that? It was challenging. But I'm starting it. Thankfully, I have a lot of people here that help. We have a lot of equipment, and a lot of people that I can reach out to. Like, Mia, she's pretty into it. I've heard that people get leads, like good leads out of it, which is something I want to do. I want to create my presence, and also like nowadays people look towards social media to like establish credibility. Speak. They try to like, who is this? And if you go through and you're like, okay, they seem legit, that's just like the age we're living in now. Like online, social media, reviews, it's like you always go online to verify who you're talking to. It's so.
No, you bring up a good point. Like, you're not out there, someone cannot research it with me, and can you even exist? Can you even prove that you've been doing this? Are you doing it? So yeah, it is an extremely important part of our business now. From being validating who we are to marketing, which can be expensive. You mentioned earlier, that business does take capital to invest in yourself. But what better way to do it than using some of the social media, right? Going out there, you never know when a video is going to resonate with somebody, or then the message is going to hit with somebody.
So it's interesting is something you said is we get all the time for like our older agents who like play with technology, all videos, and it makes sense to hear someone younger say that they don't post is a surprise to me, because like we think our age bracket thinks the younger generations posting everything all day, every day, but it's interesting to see that it's more of you guys take it in, which you're not putting out as much. So some of you still need that little push and that help to kind of get yourself out there. That's something that that it's not just the third generation.
I know, so it's just it's kind of right, because I might do that. Or like, go to social media, that could have like a bunch of TikTok.
No, I actually made TikTok recently.
It's the realest.
Sabrina the realness. Yeah.
Really, it was. So make sure you follow her, Sabrina.
That's Sabrina the realest.
Yeah. Okay, so social media, but what's so the stuff about your website, first client close. So take us back to how did you apply that? What it took to get to the client, and then of course you said, hey, look, no transaction, error. Tell us a little bit about your story.
Yeah, so transaction was definitely a bit difficult. Thankfully, I feel like I was blessed. The client herself, she was awesome. She had her complete face of me, which I was like, thank you. But yeah, so basically, I was making calls, Whitebeak as things that they provide for us. I was calling the pond, and she had said that she was interested in buying, so I called her, got her in contact with a lender. There was a little bit of issues there because of like income and stuff like that. I think they took her husband into consideration for the loan, not her, like it would have affected it. So starting there, we started going through houses. I think it was like the third home that we saw that she liked, and it ended up being a townhome, which kind of became a weird issue later.
Defining what a townhome was.
I definitely agree.
Okay, and so at the title company and investigation and stuff, going in line with her, what a townhome in that transaction. And we questioned, well, I don't know how we were this. Yeah. And we questioned whether it was a townhome or single family. I'm like, at this point, I don't know.
Yeah, so basically it was like the third home we saw. She liked it. It was a little bit older, but, it was in her budget. And she, she saw the window. I sold her on the little outside part because it had a tiny little patio. And so I had to feel the plant first. And I was like, for your plants, we had seen, she was like, no, I don't have somewhere a space for my plants. So, she was really happy with that. It's like, when we started the process, we put in an offer. They got put in an offer, and the next thing I know, they were like, hey, someone beat you to it. So right away, like as soon as I got that email, I called her and I was like, hey, look, they just told me that someone put in an offer that they're going to accept it. What do you want to do? Do you want to move forward? You want to look for something else? And I was like, we can offer something higher. We can offer, what they're asking for, the asking price. And she was like, yeah, let's move forward with the asking price. So we went ahead and submitted that. It got accepted. Right away, the agent was telling me like, hey, because I had submitted the condo application, and she was like, no, it's a 1 to 4. She's like, it's a town home, and I was like, all right. So I submitted that. Later on, we started having issues that the lender wasn't able to find it as a townhome. Said that it kept pulling up as a condo. So that took like, I don't know, 3 days or something to let it straighten out. And then we were just having issues because there was foundation issues, the AC system didn't work, there was issues with the plumbing, issues with the roof. Thankfully the HOA covered the roof, but the other things were big ticket items, and then there was other things the windows needed to be changed fairly soon, and it was just a lot of work, and then I started to get nervous. Man,
welcome to real estate.
When the other tournaments. And so, we go with the inspectors will tell me all this, and dang, and now she's starting to tell me, I don't know if it's going to appraise. Everyone's telling me, the appraisals, man. And then these people are kind of they need their income. Obviously, everyone needs their income, but they really rely on their income, So I'm like, I don't want them to lose out on their money. I want to sell. I want to sell really bad, but not at the expense of stuff.
Yeah.
So I was over here staying up at night, hoping that the sale would go through, and that it would benefit them, and not just me, and not just the seller. But yeah, thankfully, it ended up appraising for $12K over.
And shaking.
So I'm very happy about that. The buyer was just ecstatic as well. And then later on, when we had to do the survey, I messaged the title company, and I was saying the survey, and they're like, you don't need a survey, it's a condo. You just told me. So there was always something. That took another day for them to be like, oh, my bad, it was you're the one who told me it was a townhome, so I would think so. But yeah, at the end of it, it went through. Every once in a while, she'll still message me for a question here and there, and I told her, reach out to me. If I can help, I will. I'm just here. But yeah.
I would say there's two cool things that we've had. Sorry, a lot of cool things, but two things that I've got. One, most agents when they're told like we lost like that beat, does it come in? They just deliver the goods and that's it.
Yeah.
What I liked about you did is you went and called your client. What do you want to do? Like you didn't take it as like that's it, it's over. He said as like you can still do something, and you wait the offer that was counter, and you do one versus like if you hadn't done that, you was gonna collection anyway. So that was kudos to you.
Okay.
The next thing I would say is that's a lot to look through. Being your first one, right? When you haven't had to go through that before, what helped you get through that kind of actually feeling confident that you're doing the right thing by like
So I asked a lot of questions. So I just did that. I was bothering people on the side all night. Hey, it would be late at night, and I would be messaging people asking me for help because, if my client needs help, I want to get it for them as soon as possible. And I would tell her, hey, as soon as I know something, I'm gonna keep you updated. And I mean, it was stressful, but I was trying my best. I was really glad I feel very backed up by the people here out. I think it's a lot of people with a lot of knowledge in different areas. Like we said, back to the condo town hall, I call it Miguel, and I was like, Miguel, this is a condo or a town hall. We had to go through the textbook definition, like it was the whole thing.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I guess, knowing that there is people there to help me because I wouldn't be able to have done it by myself. And, again, just the fact that she had all her faith in me, I just wanted to do the best I could for her and for family as well.
Yeah, big job. And as someone who did fill some of those phone calls, I got to tell you that you did handle it as a pro, and I never would have imagined that it phased you because every time I had a conversation with you, you were very calm and secure in what you were doing. And if you convey that to the client, it's still wonder why she had that trust in you. Because every time I spoke with you, you were calm, confident, even though things were as simple as the definition of a condo and then the special report can break a deal and make things stressful. You just said that you did test just, but you didn't show this anybody else, and that's a true sign of a pro, right?
I'm glad I feel like I could love you. Can you see? I love you guys. That's SpongeBob episode of your like SpongeBob is ringing around all in his head and burning cankers and.
Where you didn't show it on the outside. Whenever you had it, I was extremely confident whenever I spoke with you. I was extremely confident that you're going to get it done.
Thanks.
Yeah, and I never offered to step in, even when it was as simple as can you find out the definition of title? I'll do the outside of the grid. Like, what are you talking about? Right? School them. And she had never let them pro.
it was crazy because I remember when I first came to Houston and my first condo that I did, I was like, this is my apartment, like, so funny, because the Chicago condo was like a high-rise building where they took industrial buildings and converted to like condominium units, so you could see the hiking in there, like it's a different look and feel. So like, this is like an apartment unit, this isn't a condo. So I asked a couple of people, and I was kidding, I said, this is a condo.
Yeah.
So it's just that from buildings from way back, like, in reality, Lake Warmass.
Yeah.
I'm excited or not sound interested to see what that looked like. So I can be like, oh, I like to see.
Simple definition. So the simple definition, if a home is conveyed with lengths, land, that's the defining factor between a single family and a condo. Condo is just the interior and the location. You don't own anything till the adult, nothing. And the condo in the condo in this situation owns portion of the land. Portion of the land.
Yeah.
It's so like the condo is like that kind of portion of the land in general. Where it's that kind of right. And so again, I was the definition right away, which I pulled it up on the tax record. I said, this is a simple family. You're right, this is a simple family. I could see why it was a little bit of confusion. And the lender's research, and then the title company later on, I told it what it was. But yes, so the simple definition, if it comes with land, you're on a single family or a 1 to 4 family contract. Does that come with land? No. Simple definition. Of course, if you get more intricate than that, but we're just going to leave it at that there. Does that sound? Yeah. We'll leave it at that.
If you're confused, call my
Yeah. Let me know. I'm going to figure it out. But, okay, so we're coming into the end. So, congratulations on your first.
Thank you.
You know, it was a first transaction and a little bit of a, yeah.
I learned a lot though. Beautiful thing.
Yeah, bring experience to this up. So my last question is, you know, what advice do you have for a newly licensed or someone who's thinking about getting into real estate business, so just got licensed, what advice as a new agent, one who's got to the first transaction, a very difficult transaction, what advice do you have to give to new agents?
So like new agents that are already like,
They're
the brokerage or like.
they're branching, they're looking to find a broker.
Oh, okay.
So this is it.
Okay, well, I mean, personally, I did a lot of research. I'm big into research. I wanted to be associated with a brokerage that had, you know, a good reputation. So, because there was times where I was looking at brokerages, like, maybe I'll doing this one, but then they had, like, 2-star reviews, like, that was their average. No, they average would be associated with something like that because what that's about it, what type of, you know, learning experience am I going to have there? Clearly, they're not having the best reviews. So it was basically that, just research. I did a lot of research for the brokerage. I saw that the new PR had great reviews. I went back to the social media thing. I went and I saw the social media presence. I was like, okay, they seem active because, like, again, I'm well aware that even though I was posting, I'm well aware that social media is a big thing, especially when it comes to marketing and business and more, you know. So the interview, you know, it seemed like they wanted to make sure we were a good fit, and it seemed too salesy, like, oh, this is what we have to offer. Join now, like, you know, type thing. The training was really good. And just, I guess, again, knowing that you're backed up, seeing that they're not just going to throw you out to the wolves, you know? I can't do that.
I think the first figure out the title is on your own. Figure it out.
I can't do that. So I would say, do your research, you know, if you're in a training and you feel like they're just going to forget about you. I mean, unless you can work like that. Again, me, I asked a lot of questions, so I can't work like that. Like, you know, one thing is going online and Googling it, and another thing is, you know, being able to talk to someone, you know, and getting into more details. So that, I guess, it's intimidating, but don't feel bad if you don't get a song like your first week. It's not, you know, it's not as easy as some people think. It's, you know, get ready and put in work. I know that some people are like, oh, do this, it's not a 9 to 5. It's like, yeah, you're going to be getting called or answering people's calls. You know, morning care. At nighttime, you know, people are going to be blowing over your phone. Sometimes it's midnight and people are texting you like, hey, is this part of the so like, yeah, so, I guess basically that, be ready, and do your research. Yeah, don't be too intimidated. Perfect.
Awesome. No, I'd say that's good. If I had one more question, I would send you to get to that sale, you were making calls. Right. Calls as scary as people think that they are.
Well, again, I've been in sales like since I started working. I mean, one of my jobs when I was in college was calling alumni and asking for donations. Like, people hate it. But I was good at it. So to me, no, it wasn't. To some people, I can see how it is, because, you know, rejection probably isn't one. For me, I don't care. So it's just practice, honestly. Once you get to, I mean, it's not like I started off loving getting hung up on and cussed out of it, you know. Like, after a while, it's just a bit to adapt. It's just that. So yeah, it was cool.
Perfect. Like, right? The first few times you ate it, really used to it, and get addicted to it.
Right, his own path, right? And so, you know, it doesn't matter that somebody's been making phone calls and they're, you know, rocking it. They probably have so many years of experience. Everybody has their own path. They has to learn from, you know, from the beginning. So, great advice.
Perfect. And then also some of you guys are thinking, that guy doesn't cut the chip. Yes, I know. Okay. Well, thanks for joining us today, Sabrina. We still don't know what episode it is. We'll get it right the next time.
Yeah,
And we'll figure it out for you guys. We're like 15 or 16 though. Yeah, we just might be going to see. But just join us on the next one. But join us on the next one. Doesn't even matter which one it is.
All right, guys, so bye.